Kapital Boro jacket. I didn't think I would ever get this. I didn't think I could ever afford this. I remember seeing at the end of high school, early college, which was like what, 2016, 2017. I was really into rap music back then, following A$AP Rocky, Kanye, Pharrell, all of them boys. And I think I saw Pharrell or Rocky wore it, and I was like, dude, that jacket looks amazing. And I was like, and then I looked into it, I found out it was Kapital, blah, 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 blah. Virgil, Rocky, and them boys also wore the Kapital bandana jacket. And then obviously I knew of Visbom already, but Kapital was new to me in 2015, 2016. And I was like, dude, this thing is crazy, but I cannot afford any of their product. And at the time, it was very hard to find retailers that carry Kapital, because I think still to this day, Kapital is still exclusive for the Japanese audience. Like, you have third-party retailers such as Mr. Porter, Bodega, a few in the States here, but they upcharge the price so much. So for example, the Kapital Boro jacket, I believe at the moment is $1,300 in Japan, and then if you were to buy it from a retailer in America, it's 2.2. That's just like a $700, $800 price, an extra price tag, which is insane. So I wasn't gonna get it. I'll put up the conversation with the grail seller. So I just asked him, hey man, what's the highest offer that blah 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 blah. He said 1,400. I was like, okay, cool, thank you, a bit out of my price range, and then I forgot about it. And then today I saw this video by Mr. Chen, which in turn made the itch a bit itchier, so I decided to hit up the seller again to see if he could budge a little bit. He did, bought it. Here we are 5 minutes after the purchase. So a lot of questions, a lot of excitement. Let's talk about it. Biggest concern, the fit. I got it in a size 5, the biggest size that they offer. Hopefully they fit. I am a bit too big to be into Japanese brand. I'm not the skinniest person, not the shortest person. The last time I bought something from Kapital was this bandana jacket, which was a size 5. And if you're looking right now, it fits, but not to the greatest of fit. I'm hoping this one that I'm getting will be slightly oversized. I know that Visbom has recently switched to more internationally friendly sizing. I don't know if Kapital has. They should. My fear right now are just the chest area and the shoulder. The length of this, the length of the sleeve is also a small concern because I want it to cover up to here. I don't want it to be too short, so a lot of concerns with regard to sizing, but I got the biggest size possible, so it should fit. If it doesn't, I'll sell it. It's not a big deal, but getting this jacket is mainly for younger Makasy, for 2016 Makasy. So I want to make that kid happy. He went through a rough time emotionally. So the word Boro, I don't know what it means right now. I'm gonna find as much information as I can about Boro, Sashiko, its history, how Kapital make it, blah 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 blah. I learned a lot from Mr. Chen, his channels. I'm gonna cite his a lot, so I don't know how credible are his sources, but I'm gonna take some information. I'll credit him, of course. But what I do know at the moment is simply that the Kapital Boro jacket is modeled or inspired by the Levi Type 1 jacket. Also, I need to give praise to Kapital as a brand for turning a common word into their brand. To make this SEO even better, they changed it from a C to a K. So now when you search it up on Google, Kapital is the first thing you see. At the moment, I'm not a fan of the interior pattern. I would try to find out what it is, but it looks like to be just, what is that practice? I'll put it on the screen where you just tie-dye. So I would have loved the wool version, which I believe was only the first season where they have the wool blanket version. But ever since then, they have made this jacket using rayon or something lighter. I'm a bit fearful as to how light it's gonna be. I want my jackets to be heavy. I was fairly disappointed with the weight of my Bodhi senior core jacket, and I paid $2,100 for those. I paid $1,300 for these on Grail. I was able to convince the seller to go down a bit. Maybe he needed the money, whatever it is. I got it for $1,300. So I'm a bit concerned there. I want it to be heavy. I've been thinking about this jacket for a long time now. What is that, since 2016? That's like 7-8 years now. My current wardrobe, I think it will go really well with this jacket. Wrap a bandana around it, an Hermes scarf, really leaning into the Americana vibe. I think of Kapital as this fun, whimsical, whereas when I think of Vism, I think of this super serious brand, even though they both employed extremely personal hand production technique, and the story they tell through their clothes are very similar. The smiley face, I think the smiley face that Kapital uses make me think of Kapital more as like whimsical, fun, less serious. So as you can see by the B-roll, you can see that they shred it up, fuck it up, fall apart, stitch it back up. So there's gonna be loose stitches here and there. I'm hoping they will stay for as long as possible. I am gonna be a bit careful when I wear this jacket for the first few months, and then after that I just treat it like every other jacket. Also, I just noticed no pockets on the bottom. Dude, that's such a bad miss. Yeah, honestly, this might be one of the reasons why I choose my Bodhi jacket over the Kapital, because they're both somewhat summer and fall jacket, but the pockets are a very big deal to me because I always put my hand in there. When I think of the word jacket, I think of a jacket with pockets at the bottom. Now that I'm getting this jacket, I might make a comparison with the Visbim and the Bodhi jacket, because I know that I am more than fortunate enough to own all three of these amazing jackets. They're pricey, they're hard to get. Most people can only buy one, if any. Another thing is I bought it from Grail, so it offered me the ability to pick the pattern of my jacket. If you were to get it from a retailers, they get like 10 from Kapital, right? So they just take one stock photo, so you don't know what pattern you're gonna get. There are more questions and excitement I could talk about, but we will save those topics for the review video. Sometimes I forget that the Inbetween series, it serves as a trailer to get people who follow me weekly excited about what they're gonna see next week, on top of taking you guys along the journey of acquiring said product or grails. I know that a lot of people aren't as fortunate as me, so I want to make sure you guys can live vicariously through me as best as I can make them out to be. I hope I've done a good job. Otherwise, this whole series is just Chance the Rapper, the big day. By the way, that's what I say now when I want to say hot garbage. My name is Makasy. I'm excited about next week. Bis später.